Can you develop something in half the time? Can your group do something that is an industry first? Can you lead a team to achieve results that many say is not possible? Can you capture a new market? Can you keep the edge that you have or catch up to your competition? Can you set a precedent of some sort? Many often live in a world where they don't know what they and those around them can actually achieve. Most people often refer to history and say that based on their situation, nothing can be done. They look at the past as a reference for the future. It hasn't been done before, it can't be done now. A sales record may be deemed unbreakable. A deadline may be impossible to make. Well, if that's the case, let me take you back to the time when it was deemed unbreakable, impossible for a human being to run a mile in under 4 minutes. The closest time anyone had come to at one point was doing the mile in 4 minutes and 3 seconds. Scientists and doctors had said that medically and physically speaking, man wouldn't be able to do a mile in less than 4 minutes because it would just put too much pressure on the body. Your heart would just explode. They said that the bone structure of human beings is not correctly shaped. There's just too much wind resistance. Lungs aren't large enough to accommodate for such pressure. However, a 25-year-old medical student from Oxford University wasn't paying attention to what was being said. To many, May the 6th, 1954 was going to be another day in the track and field event. Nothing was expected to be achieved that was going to be deemed out of the ordinary. Except that it did. Something extraordinary did happen. Roger Bannister ran the mile in 3 minutes, 59.4 seconds. He broke the unbreakable 4-minute mile. Within 46 days of him doing so, another individual had broken the record again. By 1957, 16 other people broke the unbreakable. To date, over 900 people have broken the 4-minute mile. What happened? Did the quality of runners suddenly get better? Did a new breed of superhumans suddenly appear? Well, they may not have in a physical form, but superhumans were born mentally. Roger broke through that mental limitation that was imposed on many. Runners went from a belief of, can I break the 4-minute mark, to one that said, how fast can I make it? Runners were no longer running to get as close to the impossible 4-minute mark. They were now running to see how far below the mark they could get. The elusive mental limitation that once existed was broken. It was shattered. What limitations are you imposing on yourself? What limitations are you imposing on others? What limitations do you see your teammates, work colleagues, and business associates imposing on themselves? Think about these limitations. Think about how much they are costing you in every aspect of your life. Because the truth is, the chances are it is a mental limitation, one that you can break through to reach new heights if you choose to do so. Imagine that you break through your mental limitations. What would your life be like, personally and professionally? What new heights could you soar to? What would you dare to do now? What records you and your teammates can achieve? Think about how much more of you can come out to play. You may say, I have the belief, Kevin, but I don't think I have the ability. Then I want you to realize this. It is not your ability today that dictates your success. As long as you have a rock-solid belief, are willing to make the right decisions, and then take the right action steps to get better, then over time, you will become the person with the right abilities and skills to achieve the goals that you have in mind. Belief is what will set you apart from the rest. Belief is what will ensure that you make the right decisions and take the right actions. Belief will propel you to help break the unbreakable in whatever it is that is important to you. You see, many would have said that Roger was foolish, but he had one person that needed to believe enough that mattered. Roger himself. His road wasn't plain and simple. This wasn't his first run. He worked hard. He failed numerous times coming up to 1954, but that didn't stop him. He kept on edging closer and closer, researching the mechanics of running, training using certain scientific methods, and pacing strategies, all with the belief that it was possible, until his abilities developed for him to break through the mark. Let me also tell you that if I was to choose to back someone, bring them on my team, work with them, then I will choose to pick the person or group with the belief and desire over another who may have the ability today but lacks in the belief. You see, ability is not where breakthroughs happen. Though it matters, beliefs bring breakthroughs. You too can begin with the belief. Actively make smart decisions and take action every day, just as Roger did, until he got to where he wanted to. History should never be the indicator of what your limitations are. It is the springboard of how much higher you can reach and better you can become. Roger showed it to everyone. Now you can show it to yourself, and you can show it to others. Human beings are amazing beings. You are an amazing being. Believe that. My team and I would love to hear from you, your thoughts, your questions, your experiences, and your breakthroughs. Until we meet in person, get inspired, get informed, and get going.